do this. Hey, what's up, everybody? Here we go again, episode 48, 2.0 of FA Value. I'm Brian.
I'm Lucas.
I'm Will.
Super pumped to have you back. Super pumped to have Will back
I'm back
again for another week.
Yeah. Ready to roll, boys.
He had to take a sabbatical to the old Concan, Texas. So.
Yeah. Sorry I missed it. Had a okay time at the Frio.
I was gonna say you went to the river, but it was
Went to the
more
river.
like a freaking...
It's more like a drizzle, but it was what it was.
Could you at least put your feet in the water, or was it just...
Oh, dude, I got all the way in the water. But most important thing, there was a nice full cooler next to me the entire time, and just got to step away from the real world for a little bit. So
You didn't come back with like flesh-eating bacteria or anything, so that's good.
if I did, I don't know about it yet. So so far so good.
Yeah, there you go. So we're going to start off with our hugs and hikes as usual. We're going to change it up a little bit because Will's full of love today and Lucas is full of hate. So we're going to throw it down. So
Yeah, I got
you want to start with the hugs or you want to start with the hikes?
Let's pass over to the hugs. Let's start off positive.
All right, we can go to the hugs. Go ahead, Will.
I have two hugs. I missed last week. My first hug goes to the NBA on TNT. That is my favorite NBA broadcast. It's moving to Amazon and NBC. I know NBC had some, they used to have the NBA way back in the day, but the NBA on TNT was the best. They had the best halftime show, which I know is still going to be around, but it's going to ESPN, and ESPN will probably screw that up like they screw up everything else. But NBA on TNT, Kevin Harlan, Reggie, it's just a very good broadcast. So
Are they for sure going to ESPN though? Because the way they were talking, because I was listening to just like clips of it.
Inside the NBA is going to ESPN. It's going to be it's still going to be recorded in Atlanta by Turner, but broadcasted by ESPN.
Interesting.
And ESPN always, it's owned by Disney, so they're going to have something. Chuck's going to say something offensive. He can't talk about them big old women in San Antonio anymore.
Favorite bit.
eating them churros. He probably can't say that like he used to. And they're probably going to censor them to some extent, and it's not going to be the same. But overall, the NBA on TNT was the best product of NBA basketball. So
Arguably the best product of any pregame,
sure.
halftime,
inside
postgame.
inside the NBA might be one of the best. I say live, but best analysis show,
clippable, funny, engaging.
That doesn't even analyze anything that goes on in the game. But
phenomenal show.
It's a great show, and that's going to continue. But I'm worried it's not going to be the same product.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that part of that show is gone. So that is my first hug.
Yeah.
It's the NBA on TNT as a whole, great product. We're gonna miss it. And now we have to watch the NBA on 7 different streaming services because everybody's worried about money and not the actual game.
That's all it's about. It's about that holy dollar. So
Yeah.
You can go ahead and give your second one if you
My
want.
second hug, I put it in the notes for you guys just so y'all could see what I was talking about. But Game 1 in Corvallis might be remembered that Oregon State came back 4-1, tied it 4-4 in the bottom of the ninth, and won it in the 10th. The real game that was going on in Corvallis was these 3 gentlemen sitting behind a home plate and drink an absurd amount of beer. I don't know if y'all saw the picture. I wish we could put this on the clip for y'all so everybody else would know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so my second hug goes out to these 3 guys who put up absolute insane numbers in Corvallis.
Just throwing it down.
I don't know how many it is, but it is an insane amount of beer that these guys drink at the game.
41 beers are stacked up.
Yeah. And one in each of their hands. So.
Yeah.
41 beers between 3 dudes.
Yeah. So
Those
insane numbers being put up in Corvallis. So my second hug, don't know them. They had a great time, I think, in Game 1 of that series. So
either way,
yeah,
dude, you're looking at 18 beers apiece.
Yeah.
So yeah,
awesome.
Second hug goes out to those guys in Corvallis who were supporting their team, but also just having a hell of a time by themselves. So
that's
a great hug. It's a great hug.
That is unreal.
Oh man, my hug. It's a sentimental hug. I wanted to give a hug to your boy Paul Skeens. That dude is absolutely crushing life right now. He dropped his ERA yesterday to 1.88, and currently has a 4-6 record because the Pirates absolutely refuse to score runs for him. He got the no decision yesterday through 7 2/3, 1 unearned run, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. Got the no decision, and the Pirates walked off the Phillies in the ninth, but
They end up sweeping the Phillies.
they did. The Phillies have lost 5 straight.
Yeah.
So, I just feel bad for old Skeens over there, dude.
He lost the game against us, last week?
Yeah.
He gave up nothing. Like,
9 Ks.
A few hits,
One homer.
one earned run.
They got
it
the
was a
loss,
homer.
gave up
Got
one
the
run,
loss.
and they lost 3-0.
It was a homer by Walker.
Yeah.
Like, to your point, I agree 100%.
Poor
He's
guy, dude.
lighting it up and getting no help.
Just wanna
There's
give him
the
a
whole meme. I don't know if y'all have seen it before, but it's like, it's this just shack of a house with just like an awning over the top and a Bugatti parked in it. That's literally what Paul Skeens is.
Paul Skeens,
Like,
yeah.
literally just a Bugatti that's parked at a shack.
Exactly, dude. Like,
Like,
it's so bad.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to be there for long. I don't think they're going to have to cash in.
I looked at preseason farm system rankings when I was waiting for y'all, and the Pirates are like 22nd right now or something. So like, there's not much coming.
So they're
up,
just in a
like,
spot, man. Like
yeah,
they're in that
bad spot.
That's a bad spot to be
Perpetually, though, because when have they been good?
I mean,
in.
it was like
2012.
Yeah,
Andrew
that was
McCutcheon, his MVP season, but they didn't win anything. Like,
Might
they
have
were
been 11,
good.
10 or
but-
11.
they went to the playoffs twice, I think, and that was about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
just tough, man.
That
So
is tough
I had to
scheme.
give him a hug because I was like, man, he's just pitching
He's doing
heart
his
out.
thing.
Yeah,
As soon as his service time is up and he's out of arbitration, that guy's gone.
But like, yeah. Baseball's typically they give Cy Youngs and things by numbers. Like, it doesn't matter about team. Like,
Especially more recently, like DeGrom won that year and was like 12-8, but
Yeah.
he was a 1.6 ERA.
it was like when Zach Greinke won with the Royals, and it's
Yeah.
like they were better that year, but like he was crushing it, and their team wasn't that great. So
yeah.
I mean, he has the second best ERA. The dude from the Mets has a 1.59 ERA right now.
Wow.
So,
But
yeah, tearing it up.
over the course of a season, like skiing stuff plays, you know he's going to continue to
Oh,
dominate.
yeah.
I don't know anything about the dude from the Mets, but
Definitely avoided that.
Is that Koji?
It's like Kai something. What was
Sinat.
Nah,
it? Yeah.
he's the guy they signed from one of the.
Yeah, he's one of the. Yep.
I was gonna say.
Is he Japanese?
Yeah, he's one of them. I don't know. He's
Kodai Senga.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
He's one of the Asian affiliates.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. That's
One of the
I don't-
Asian.
I don't know if that's PC enough, but it's one of the Asian affiliates.
He's of Asian descent,
Yes.
somewhere over
Yeah.
there. So yeah. All right, Luke, throw it down.
All right, so I'm going to start off with my one hug, and hike. Y'all do the other hikes, because I might go off on a tangent on my second one. So the first hike, the Dallas Stars can take a hike. They just fired their manager. Like, they made the playoffs and made deep runs for the last 3 years. The dude's never lost a game 7 in his whole career. That might be gone.
That might get out. That ball
not
is
too high.
at the warning track.
Hung up. That thing was sky high too.
For everybody listening or watching, we are watching LSU play baseball, so Luke's is going to be in and out of this entire podcast.
Yes.
Well, 6-0 at least. So.
I should
Doesn't
have
matter.
prefaced that at the beginning. But the Dallas Stars, I think his name's DeBoer. Like,
Yeah, it
is
was. Yeah, DeBoer.
like, you just happen to run into buzzsaws. Like the Oilers right now are a buzzsaw. The Florida Panthers are a buzzsaw. That happens. Who are they going to go hire that's better? Like, realistically. Like, you make it to the conference finals almost every year with him. You don't lose a game 7, and then you go out and fire him.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. I feel like that's...
Just consistently up there.
Don't
like,
worry.
on the
You're going to
top,
have
like-
deja vu in a few minutes when I do the same thing about Tibbs, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Go ahead.
but it's just, it doesn't make much sense to me. Like, I feel like that's reactionary. Like, you just got bounced. Like, vibes are bad, players are down, and then see you later. And I don't know how much coaching really matters in hockey as much as other sports. I'm sure it matters. But his track record plays. Like, it shows that he's done very well. I just don't know where they're going to go from here now that he's gone. Like, are players leaving now? Like, do they like the guy? I don't know. I don't know hockey enough.
I agree with this take 100%.
But that's crazy. That's a reactionary move.
I agree with this take 100%.
It's nuts. So, Will, let's follow that up. With who? Tibb?
Well, no, we'll talk about the NBA, in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about the NBA in a minute.
I mean, that was my hike though. It's like the Knicks can go take a hike, like firing Tom Thibodeau.
That was your hike as well.
Yeah.
This is your hike? Oh, then we can just get into it.
Yeah, let's go.
Like, I mean, after their best season in years
So
and years
stupid.
and years, get to the conference
I
finals.
might get more
and
pissed
just-
than Brian.
Yeah.
But why?
I mean, I don't understand it at all. I mean, like it makes absolutely no sense. I mean, you finally get the Knicks to where like the NBA wants them to be, and then you don't reach the finals, which I don't know if that was like 100% even the expectation going into the season. Like, and then and so you go game 6 against the Pacers, who are playing out of their minds right now, and then you just again, it feels like a reactionary thing. Like, Knicks fans are pissed off that they didn't go to the finals for the first time since '93 or whatever it is. And so it's like, okay, let's get rid of our head coach. Like,
But Knicks fans should be more pissed off about how mediocre they've been for the past 20
Forever.
years.
They have sucked forever. You are finally good. Yes. Yes, you are finally good. You have a coach that he has questionable tactics. I've talked about, is he going to run these guys on the ground, playing them 40-something minutes all the time? Who gives a crap? 3 weeks ago, y'all celebrated like y'all have won the biggest thing of all time in New York is you finally make a conference finals. The guy that gets you there, because y'all don't make the NBA finals, you fire him?
Yeah.
That makes absolutely no sense. Y'all have sucked for 20-something years. Y'all have been stuck in perpetuity. Y'all are so bad. And the one guy that finally is climbing you out of the depths of hell, oh, we're going to fire you because you didn't make the ultimate goal? Who, to the same point you're making about the Stars, who in the hell are you going to hire that's going to somehow just get you over the hump?
Steve Nash.
Now they're going after Jake. We'll talk about NBA again later. But now they're trying to go for Jason Kidd because he wants out of Dallas.
that's
All
how
that.
bad.
But like, this
Why?
it makes absolutely no freaking sense. Y'all have sucked for so long. Y'all are finally relevant, and the guy that got y'all relevant is somehow not the guy anymore because he loses to a Pacers team that is.
hot.
But the Pacers have a team that is constructed so good. They have so many weapons. Like, they are a very good basketball team. You beat the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics were my consensus runaway to the final. There is no reason they don't win this year. It says Celtics should have won 3 out of the after winning last year, like 3 of the next 5 finals. Like, they were the new Warriors.
Yeah.
You beat that team, and don't give me the bullshit that Jason Tatum tore his Achilles. He did. That sucks. You beat them before that. They had no chance before that. Mm-hmm. And the guy that got you there, you fire him because you didn't make the finals. That is ridiculous. Welcome back to just crap for the next 20 years, Knicks fans, because y'all don't know when a good thing when you have it.
Take a hike.
Take a hike.
take a hike.
Sorry, that was Brian's hike, and I just kind of.
No, to run with it.
It's
dude.
stupid. It's so dumb.
When I saw
hate
it, I was
Hate it.
absolutely shocked, dude. I could not believe it. Like,
But I'm not surprised. It's the Knicks, dude. Leon Rose has stunk as a GM since he's got there. They tried it. They tried this. They tried that. The best thing he did was hire Jalen Brunson's dad, so Jalen Brunson had to come to the Knicks. Other than that, yeah, get ready. A few years, y'all are going to be back to 20 and 50 and stink. Just stink.
you got another hike you want to throw out, or
I didn't have a hike. I only had 2 hugs, but I just piggybacked off of yours to lose my crap for a second. Lucas has a sec. He had 2 hikes. I had 2
Oh,
hugs.
that's right,
That was kind
that's
of our
right,
deal.
all right.
But
Yeah, so my last hike can go to Chipper Jones.
I actually
I don't know
about this.
anything about
Yeah.
this.
So Chipper Jones goes on X, and he sits here and starts dogging all these college baseball players who flip their bats, start yelling when they hit a homer. Like, I am all for, like, the integrity of the game, play the game the way it should. But, dude, let them have fun. Like, 99% of these kids that are playing this game right now are never going to play as a professional.
Exactly.
Like, this is their one time to shine. They get a little bit of money for NIL. Like, not all of them are, probably. But, like, it's the playoffs. It's regionals. It's super regionals. Like, let them get hyped. Let them flip a bat. Let them yell an F-bomb. Let them, like, that's what makes it fun to watch. Like, last night, Arkansas and Tennessee played each other. Tennessee's pitcher strikes out a dude, tells him to go sit the F down. Like, starts yelling at him, pulls off his shirt. Like, dude, that's emotion. That's passion. That's freaking awesome. Chipper Jones can go take a hike with that take, dude. Like, I understand all the old heads, like, like, we gotta...
You gotta play it a certain way.
Play it the right way. Like, you're gonna get a fastball to the jaw. Well, like, let them do that then. Like it's part of the game. But, like, don't sit here and be a backseat tweeter and say, hey, I don't like the way they're playing. Like, that's crazy talk, man. Like, let them have fun. The passion of the regionals has been awesome. These last few weekends have been great. Like, some of the storylines that are coming from it. And let them have fun. Let them do a little dance at second base when they hit a double.
I mean, that's what college sports is about.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's the same thing with the NCAA, with college football. Like, the whole celebration thing, man, like, they've kind of toned down a little bit. They let them do some things. But, man, like let them celebrate. It's like one of the biggest moments of their lives, especially these mid-majors that are winning these games.
Yes.
Like, some of these schools have never even been there, and they're upsetting teams. Little Rock, what they did to LSU, like, that's, like, unbelievable. Like, let them have fun.
3 weeks from now, they'll all be selling insurance. So, like,
yeah. That's exactly right. Like, they'll probably never play the game again. So let them have fun.
Take a hike, Chipper Jones.
Yeah,
I agree with that 100%.
That take can go. Yeah. Take a hike.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
I freaking hate that take, man. Like, I understand the game is, like, sacred and for some people and all that stuff, but, dude, like, let the kids have fun.
But honestly, and to that point, that's why baseball has never been able to pick up steam the way other sports have.
For sure.
It's because there's all those old heads, to just use your words, like, that are calling out these players for trying to have fun and try to bring excitement to the game.
And you see umpires try to, like, intervene and stuff.
Yes,
like,
make it about themselves.
Like, Jared Jones hit a walk-off, like, earlier in the season, at 1:15 in the morning. It was a walk-off. The game was over. And, like, the umpire started just, like, jawing at him to get down the line. The game's over. And he even said that. He turned around and said, the game's over.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like, it's crazy. And, yeah, I don't know if they're getting, like, word to kind of push that on, or from, like, NCAA officials or what, but let it be about the kids. Let them play. It's fun.
For sure.
And if it leads to brawls, like, yeah, tone it down. Like, have them tone it down. That's fine. Benches clearing, like, yeah, tone it down. But otherwise, let them have fun. It seems like there hasn't been any.
I haven't seen anything get out of hand.
Yeah.
Like, even the Arkansas-Tennessee series, like, it's an inter-conference game. Like, it's going to be more intense because of that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, just let it play out.
Yeah.
I mean, keep it within reason, but it's like...
Yeah.
It was fun. They're just two guys jawing at each other. The best hitter on Tennessee's team, he gets him to ground into an inning double play. He's fired up about it.
Yep.
Like, you know, that's...
Plus, let's be real. In baseball, there's really no fights. They just push each other.
No.
Everybody gets mad.
Everybody runs there and talks.
Runs out there, and then
they go
everybody's
back.
just grabbing each other. Just, oh, hey.
I will say I do hate that in the MLB.
Yeah.
Like, when the bullpens come running down, it's like, dude, it's over by the time y'all get there. Like, it's so stupid, dude. Like,
That's part of the
We don't get the
tradition, man.
yeah.
We don't get the Nolan Ryan versus Robin Ventura
Robin
fights
Ventura,
like we used to have back in the day. Just giving him uppercuts like you've never seen.
45-year-old man.
I mean,
destroying
Giving him the business.
But who knocked out? Was that Tim Anderson?
No. You're talking about Odor when he
Rogned
just
Odor
rocked
against-
Jose Batista.
Yeah, well, Bautista, but I thought Tim Anderson rocked a dude.
No. Yeah.
For the White Sox.
Yes. No, Tim Anderson got rocked
he
by
got rocked.
Jose Ramirez.
Jose
That's what
Ramirez
Gave
got
him
rocked.
gave him a right hand, and that dude just UFC straight down to the dirt.
That is fun too.
That's what I'm saying.
What
But
if,
then,
what if they did it hockey style? Like when you just go to the ground.
but that's what I'm
Get
saying.
'em
Like
off each other.
MLB,
Umpires are just like,
you get
staying around on.
You get a 7 to 10 game suspension. Hockey, you get
There's
5
somebody's
minutes in the
getting that.
box. Like just give him 5 minutes on the bench, like or something.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves hockey, watching the fights. Tim Anderson gets rocked. Everybody's like, "This is viral. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is great for the game." MLB's like, "Oh no, this is bad for the integrity. We got to suspend him for the next 10 games." Nobody cared. That was awesome in the moment.
Oh, absolutely.
Like it happens. Passion overtakes, and is what it is.
Smacked him in the face.
Yeah, he did. Dang.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
So yeah,
it's my hike.
Yeah, Chipper Jones take a hike.
my backup hike was the Marlins can take a hike, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They
So,
can take a hike.
The Rockies were on a great pace, winning about 1 game per week, and then they go and sweep the Marlins in a 3-game series. Like just
Why are they challenging this? Like,
Did y'all see the deal that Scotty Scheffler had as many wins in the last month? He had 3 wins, and the
So
Rockies had 3
Did you see what the Rockies posted after they
Yes,
swept
after they swept it. They try to counter that. Like, that's not a good look, man.
I know.
It's a terrible look.
I think they're just embracing that they're terrible, and it's like I actually read an article though. Like they said, like there's pitchers on staff that were there in 2017 and 2018 when they made the playoffs, and they were like, if you told us back then like that we were gonna be where we are now, he's like, we would have never believed it. But they said like the clubhouse, like it's not just like in shambles. Like they're like, we've been playing better since we fired the manager, but like,
Again,
it's just not turning into wins.
Why would it be in shambles? We're all getting paid millions of dollars to come here and play baseball. We could be the worst team of all time, still collecting a paycheck.
Exactly, and you'll be in the history books one way or another. So
Yeah, you will be remembered.
Cooperstown.
The record is now 12-53, minus 198 run differential now.
They got spanked today, right? Like
Yeah,
10-2.
they did.
It was real bad. 198. That's
So 12 wins, man.
They're probably
They're
on
on
pace for
pace.
30 wins.
They're
over
on
30
pace
wins
for
now, huh?
to be 32 and 130 now. So
We are officially on 130 watch.
yep, which would be 8 games worse than the White Sox.
The White
from last
Sox
year.
last year.
That's crazy.
This is my favorite segment every week. I was so I don't know. This is bad for me, but I just didn't want them to have 10 wins by June, and they didn't. They only had 9 by June 1st. But
They didn't.
that's
They
just
didn't win it all the week
It
before.
was mind-boggling that a team could only have single-digit wins by June 1st.
Well, and they said too, like, so they're last in run production and runs given up. They said they've never ranked since they moved into Coors Field. They've never ranked lower than 22nd in run production.
Well, yeah,
just because they play in
the
Denver,
altitude.
and they're dead last right now, playing half their games in Coors Field.
And again, this is week 6 or 7 of us talk. I still can't name a single Rocky.
Ozzy
That's
Albies,
it.
dude.
Oh yeah,
Ozzy Albies.
I thought it was Orlando Arcia.
Oh, Orlando Arcia. Yeah, I don't even remember. Like,
that's how bad the Rockies are. We can't even get the names right.
oh,
Is Albie still with the?
The Braves.
Still the
I would
Braves,
assume
yeah.
the Braves, yeah.
Yeah.
like that entire team's like under arbitration still.
Dude, that entire
The
team
Braves
is.
team.
12-53. The Braves are in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Not playing good baseball.
Phillies too, dude. The Phillies lost 7 of the last 9 or something, and 5 straight. Like the Mets might run away with the division, dude.
That's who I picked.
Nah, I still give me the Phillies. I mean, not to toot our own horn, but I know we lost today, but the boys been looking good.
Yeah, they have. That's
The
gone.
boys have been looking really good
Oh, I thought that was gone.
with 0 pitching. I mean, Framber is in fuego.
Framber and Hunter Brown.
Hunter Brown's
both
been
just,
steady
yeah.
all year.
There's going to be a decision that has to be made soon for Fromber.
We already know the decision.
Not sign him.
Just
let him
walk.
let it roll.
Yeah.
We're
Let him walk.
gonna keep him and we're gonna let him walk
Yeah.
to get back to the postseason and lose in the dumbest divisional round in all of sports. That 162 game schedule comes down to a 3-game series.
Yep.
It is dumbest division in sports.
We'll give them the qualifying offer so we can get the comp pick in the
Yeah,
38th
offer
round
him
or
19
something.
and a half, whatever the qualifying offer is this year. And
Wait, so if we win the division, we'd still have to play in that because we're the lowest.
If we're the lowest,
Lowest.
yeah,
if we're the lowest, which
of the
I would
3.
assume the West will be the lowest
Yeah.
of the 3. So
I mean, right now they're only 3 games behind the Yankees.
really,
Yeah, so
Yankees have
the
been
Yankees are
a
39 and
slide.
24, and the Astros are 36 and 29. So
we have got. I mean, we were 25 and 24 at one point. Now we're
Yeah.
what 36 and
36 and
28,
29.
29. Not today, yeah.
Yeah. So it's.
Well,
still
dude,
good.
I saw something too. You guys, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. You just said, "What happened to the Athletics?" So I didn't realize until I saw today on TV they lost 20 out of 21 games at one point.
Oh,
So they've won 4 of their last 5 after losing 20 out of 21.
That's a rough stretch. That's a rocky stretch.
Yeah.
God.
Which makes sense because I think I said like they were like 20 and
Yeah.
21 or something, or 21
That's
and
right.
20.
There was a point they were leading the division. It might have been for a day.
It was early.
Yeah,
They had.
I think they had a half game lead at one point in the first
Yeah.
couple weeks or something. But yeah,
No,
it was,
it was like 40 something games in.
well,
They
that's
had
when
a-
like all 5 teams
That's
were like
true.
literally
That's
within a
true.
game of each other.
But to fall from grace that
Yeah.
hard, that fast.
Heavy. They have a minus 115 run differential too.
That's rough.
Yeah. Are they all of a sudden in last in the division?
Yes,
Yeah.
by 5.5 games.
Ah.
Which, dude, you want to talk about being in the dumps too, dude. The Angels are horrible. So they're 30 and 34, and they have the 28th ranked farm system right now. So the Angels are about to be bad for a long time. Longer time, yeah.
Longer. They've been bad for a minute.
Just crazy, man.
Was it you that sent that meme about Anthony Rendon?
Yes. Give up on your dreams. Like
This kid took a picture with it. He's like, my favorite baseball player. Like, taught me how to give up on my dreams. Don't work hard. Like,
I keep forgetting that dude. He has played for the Angels,
for like 8 years, I feel
but
like.
he's played a total of 15 minutes.
yeah, dude, like it's so bad. Like I remember being nervous when the Angels
Yeah.
got him because he
signed
was
him, 'cause-
Absolutely.
insanely good in Washington.
Yes.
With him and Trout, yeah. Dude,
Yeah, him, Trout, and Otani. We were like, man, that's a 1-2-3.
The
right
Angels
there.
have
Like,
tried this though for what, a good decade of signing players, and
Yeah.
none of them have panned out.
Nothing.
Pujols didn't really pan out. Hamilton panned out like a half-eaten soggy sandwich.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
They had Cole Hamels. Otani left. They signed him, but he left.
So they caught everybody like at the back end.
Yeah,
Like,
like, everybody they've spent the money. Like, it's like Rendon. They've spent the money, but my goodness,
I feel like they're like, for a while there, like, but their lineup was pretty daunting. Just no pitching.
yeah. They
Like,
were giving up so many runs.
No
yeah.
pitching whatsoever.
I don't know. It's like besides like Jared Weaver back in the day, who was pretty decent. It was just him. And
Yeah.
after that, there was nobody to follow him up.
Yeah.
They tried to sign Hamels that time, didn't really pan out.
Man, I'm trying to think now, like of any just like notable pitchers out of.
Otani,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's really it.
Like, that was all they
And
had.
fifth day, just yeah,
Crazy, man.
very crazy.
So yeah, dude, I saw something too. So the Royals pulled up Jack Caglianone,
Caglione.
and
Guy from Florida.
Yeah,
dude, there was a lot of
monster.
mixed reactions on that. Like, because it was a mixed reaction because, like, there's the people that are excited and they're like the Royals, like they want to be good, like they're playing pretty well right now. Like let's bring him up to really give us an extra boost. And then everybody else is like, well, if you just waited 2 weeks, it would have like extended his service time. And so there was like a huge mixed bag in that because it was like it was kind of like the people that worry about the clock versus trying to come in and bring a boost and all that. And so it kind of created like a whole stir.
Yeah.
I don't know, like what are y'all's thoughts on that?
Like the Astros were notorious to do that.
Because remember, like
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. Because
The
I
Astros
remember
were
like
notorious.
Correa was the big one. It was like when are the Astros gonna bring up Correa to help boost the team?
I mean, for my it's a business at the end of the day. Like if it's my team, I want that player to be there as long as possible, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And what's honestly what's in a 162 game season, like 10 games, 12 games of that you miss him, like is he gonna make that big of a difference in those amount of games, realistically?
When he actually struggled when he came up too was
I'm
part of
sure.
the problem as well.
Yeah. Well, he went 4 for 4 today with the double
Yeah.
down at the bottom. But I mean, yeah.
You got
On the player's side, I'd be upset about it.
Yeah.
Like, just sitting in AAA.
Oh, you're saying like being upset about waiting?
Yeah, just sitting
Yeah.
there waiting, like doing everything you can, and you're like, oh, I'm not getting called up. This
Yeah,
is
waiting
crazy.
a little bit longer. Yeah, yeah.
And especially if you're on a bad club, like you're like, oh well, like I have to be here another year.
That's
Like
true.
that sucks.
you You got to remember though that MLB compensates teams for pulling up their young stars earlier now though.
Oh, did the CBA once they did a new CBA?
Yeah, so like I don't know if it's compensatory picks or what it is. Probably should research that more, but MLB has a way to reward teams for not abusing service time. So that might also play something into it. The Royals are like, oh, we're gonna get whatever it is that they get for pulling this guy up before.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they should have. He's been tearing up AAA. There's not a reason that they shouldn't have pulled him up.
I mean, he's like one of those players that probably could have came up last year.
Yeah, I mean,
like he's that good.
Very good hitter.
And he's a two-way guy.
He used to pitch too, right?
Well, he pitched in Florida. He was very good. Yeah.
It says they can earn an extra draft pick if those players win Rookie of the Year or finish in the top 2 in MVP Cy Young voting.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew there was incentives that they put in there to stop teams from abusing service time.
But is he really going to win your Rookie of the Year? Like that's the.
But they have to be called it within the first 14 days of the season.
I was gonna say like this probably isn't even his rookie season.
Yeah.
It would be like you just have to get like a certain number of qualifying at bats or something.
Get so many at bats. Yeah, he'll have enough at bats. So then that makes no sense then. Like
they just called him up to try to get a boost. Well, because I was just looking at the standings.
Well, the Tigers, dude, like it's hard. Like
right now, like the top 4 teams in that division are all within 8.5 games.
Yeah.
So they're in 4th place right now, but they're only 8.5 back.
Yeah.
So they're 34 and 32. So I mean, they're in a run.
They're in 4th place.
Yeah, 34 and 32, and they're in 4th place right now.
My first.
The Guardians.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Tigers,
it's the Twins, and the Guardians. Well, Tigers, Twins, Guardians, Royals.
But the Tigers are still their record's crazy.
See, and they're only a game and a half out of a wild card spot right now.
Yeah.
Are they the best team in the American League still?
Yeah, the
Tigers?
Tigers. Yeah.
Like
they just took 2-3 against the Cubs.
They're the least talked about team in baseball, man.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, we talk about the Phillies. Well, like the best teams in baseball are not being talked about, or at least to me, it doesn't seem like they're being talked about really. Because I guess they're not the big market teams.
Yeah, you talk Yankees. And
it's because the Mets are playing well right now.
The Dodgers.
Like the Dodgers, obviously, the Padres.
The Mets might be, but the Mets have a $765 million problem.
Actually, he's starting to play a lot better recently.
When you hit 220 the first 2 months, you can only go up.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's and then their cheap problem, which they didn't even want to sign Pete Alonso again, is about to get paid. He's having a great season.
He is leading the team. This is Alonso. He's leading the team in batting average, home runs, RBIs, on base percentage, and hits.
Is he hitting over 300?
He's 301,
Yeah, he's right at 300. He's at, 17, 18 bombs?
17 bombs, 61 RBIs already.
Right, so he's leading the National League probably
on base percentage.
Yeah. I mean, for a guy that they reluctantly re-signed, they didn't really want to, gave him a discounted deal.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to get paid this offseason. And you gave the guy the richest contract in sports history, at least
hitting
American sports history, is 240. So he has climbed up a little bit. He was hitting 220 there for a while.
Oh yeah, he was just staying steady.
Oh, you gotta crush that. Freaking! I wanted the Astros to sign Alonso at first.
Well, I would have taken that. Yeah.
He would have stuck immediately.
Yeah, the hitting coach in Houston would have made him.
We just don't have a good record of first baseman coming in.
130 with 3 bombs. Like
Christian Walker, all of a sudden can't see the broad side of a baseball. Like, nothing.
Dude, at the bottom, I just saw Nick Chubb to the Texans.
I did. I was gonna touch on that.
Yeah, we'll touch on
that. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
that's a shot.
That was
that's in the gap.
That was today.
That was harder hit.
Nick Chubb of the Texans. The Texans running back group all of a sudden looks pretty good. It's a little bit older, which Texans have a history of having older running backs, but Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, 1-2, still have Pierce, good young running backs. So I'm assuming we got him for probably like the veterans, just minimum, little bit of nothing.
He just wanted to get out of Cleveland.
Yeah,
Cleveland didn't want him, which was the crazy part. Like he's one of the most successful backs they've had in the last 20 plus years, and that's a great backup. I mean, I know he's coming off another knee. He played at the end of last year, coming off a very bad knee injury, but was still very productive. So it's a good running back room to have. I can't believe 31 other teams just didn't want the guy.
Well, maybe he just wanted to go to the Texans or something. There's been a choice.
Good place to be. Supposedly this new OC, Stroud's been a little banged up. they've been a little bit coy about what's going on with that. I'm not too worried about it in June. If this was August, I'd be a lot more worried about it. You don't like to bunt up 6-0 with runners in the corners, Lucas?
Why are we bunting?
Trying to drop a safety.
It's the
squeeze,
same dude who got hit in the hand last time.
Well, he has 10 fingers. He can get hit in other fingers.
Don't bunt, dude. Like, that bunting is dumb. Oh, my God.
Instead, we'll hit to the chopper to the pitcher's
It
mound.
was a nice bunt
I mean,
It was the same thing.
without the
Same
run
thing.
scoring.
Whatever.
That's funny.
But we're touching on the NFL. Aaron Rodgers finally quit the saga.
The holdout is over.
The
dude.
holdout
But
is over.
has the pen got put to paper
Yes.
yet?
It has.
Oh,
Yeah.
13.
13.65 million can be up to 19.65 with incentives. I think 10 is guaranteed.
10 is
so-
guaranteed, which is what he said on Pat McAfee's show that he would he'd
Yeah.
play for $10 million.
Get out of here, ball.
And that's what he got.
That's
so.
what he got. I mean, he's 41.
That's pretty good for a 41-year-old.
I mean, how do you feel though? Like, it's just a very weird situation. Like, Aaron Rodgers has been tied to the Steelers for months. Like, this is going back to before the draft and everything. And now here we are, almost mid-June, and he's finally signing. Like,
A
it
week
almost
before.
feels like it's a thing. Like he was waiting to get past like voluntary minicamp or like. I don't like it's
He's
just
showing up next week for voluntary workouts.
Is it
I mean,
voluntary?
they're-
It's mandatory,
You're right.
right?
Yeah.
He's showing up for mandatory workouts.
Yeah,
he did get
so-
past all the voluntary OTAs and everything.
Yeah, it was just very weird. It was kind of like, just to put it out there, it's a Brett Favre move. I remember Brett Favre did the same thing. He like waited till like a lot of the OTAs were already over, and then he signed his contract to like come in. Like,
But he's been throwing in Cali with Metcalf. So like it's
Oh,
been
really?
he's
Yeah.
been throwing in Cali with Metcalf. So it's
almost like it was a done deal without pen to paper. Like,
exactly. I mean, the Steelers were obviously pretty confident this was going to happen because they went after nobody.
Yeah.
And they drafted Will Howard in the sixth round.
yeah.
So they weren't too concerned. Because if they were going into the season with Mason Rudolph as QB1, there'd be a lot more panic in Pittsburgh. So
yeah.
they were pretty confident it's going to happen. To your point, weird how it unfolded, why it took so long. If it was that much of a foregone conclusion, what was the reason to do the whole drag out? But it improves their QB room. I mean, people kind of crapped on Aaron Rodgers last year. His numbers weren't bad. The Jets just weren't what everybody thought the Jets were going to be. But for being 41, throwing for 3,828 touchdowns, yeah, he had 11 picks, but a lot of other quarterbacks threw for a lot more than 11 picks. Just because Aaron Rodgers always throws for 5, like, I mean, it wasn't terrible. So
also Aaron Rodgers always kind of been an interception guy too, not to like an insane level, but it kind of goes like when they say like a guy that throws more deep balls and stuff, like you're gonna have more picks naturally. So
Yeah.
the Brett Favre idea, just
Yeah.
throw it up and is what it is.
most touchdowns and most interceptions at
Yeah,
one
I mean,
point.
that's,
like
that's part. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a better move for Pittsburgh than what they were going to be at.
Yeah. I think it's good for Will Howard, too. I mean, well, hopefully. I don't know how much of a mentor Aaron Rodgers is. I mean,
Maybe at this point in his career, like he was pissed about the Jordan Love thing, but like, man, I'm 41. Like, I'm at the end of this.
yeah.
I'm not going to be here for 5-6 more years, so maybe he's done enough of his drug-induced little getaways to figure out
Gone.
I need to help people.
I gotta quit.
Yeah, that was on a line, dude.
Oh, darn, it's still a 5-run lead.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know how Will Howard's going to be anyway. It's kind of like, I remember I watched the Hard Knocks last year when he was with the Jets, or 2 years ago, and they were trying to hype up him mentoring Zach Wilson and stuff, but Zach Wilson's kind of a guy, it's like, I don't think it really matters what you try to teach that dude.
Yeah.
That
He was just missing the intangibles of just like how to be a successful quarterback.
talk about a fall from grace. Big yikes.
Number 2 overall pick.
He's going to struggle to make the Dolphins team this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Very much struggle because, I mean, Tua obviously locked in. They drafted Quinn Ewers. Quinn will be above him, I think. Quinn's a better quarterback. Thompson's probably still there, Skylar Thompson, who's been the backup
think
the last
so,
couple
yeah.
of years. So he's fighting for QB4. That's a rough spot to be in because they're not going to carry 4. Probably
No, they won't carry
they'll
4.
be lucky to carry 3.
He'll probably be on the
Cut.
chopping block there.
Yeah,
So
probably cut.
probably come to Dallas or something. No,
Is Trey Lance still there, or did they? Is he
No,
just a free
he
agent?
signed somewhere.
He did sign somewhere.
Oh, where did he sign?
What a terrible draft.
They got that. Who's the guy? He's
Oh,
not Milrow.
Oregon.
Milton. They got Milton.
Oh, from the
The
Patriots.
kid from Tennessee.
That's right. That's right.
Trey Lance is with the Chargers.
Oh,
I don't know what he's gonna be doing over there, but
doing the same crap he did in Dallas.
Yep, just backing up.
Headset on, doing not a whole lot of nothing.
just glad we gave a 3rd round pick for that. Pretty pumped.
Yeah, bad draft. Bad draft. Wilson stinks. Trey Lance stinks.
Who's number 1 in that draft?
What year was that?
I want to say Trevor Lawrence, but is that the right draft?
I think so. Was that 2016?
No. It'd be like 2019, 2020,
2020.
2021.
2021. Had to be Trevor Lawrence because
It was Lawrence.
he was consistent. He was consensus number 1.
It was Lawrence.
Because it was
Lance-
Lawrence. Yeah, it was Lawrence,
Wilson,
Wilson,
Lance.
Wow.
Jamar Chase filled a 5th.
God, dude.
And like you can. I mean, Trevor Lawrence hasn't been just a slam
No,
dunk
dude.
like great player for the Jags.
No.
Like
Trevor Lawrence starting to look bust worthy almost.
yeah, like when you want to talk about just whiffs across the board. Not calling him a whiff yet, but it's
But man, like the only argument I keep giving for Trevor Lawrence is like, look who he's playing for.
I mean yeah,
Like the Jaguars are like up there with the Jets, where they're just bad every single year, and like he has one receiver to throw to. I mean, like
Brian Thomas?
now
yeah, that's it.
I don't know.
because they just traded Christian Kirk to the Texans, so
Yeah, so I mean, like they don't have anybody else for him to throw to. Like, so it's kind of like, what do you like? Yes, he's it's Brian. The receivers are Brian Thomas. Oh, they got Travis Hunter now,
Oh.
and Diami Brown.
Oh, yeah, Diamond.
Yeah, you know Diami.
bless you.
Yeah. And Brenton Strange is his tight end.
Oh,
So,
I
yeah.
forgot they
a shot.
Ingram left.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, so who are you gonna throw to? Like,
Oh,
No idea.
Liam Cohen's gonna save the day though.
but if you look, I mean, like they've still been somewhat competitive. I mean, they've gotten second in the division
No,
every
the
year.
South is
That's what I mean, though. It's
South's
like
terrible.
Yeah.
like he's making them at least competitive in the division. I mean, like not in the conference, but
when he's healthy.
Well,
Always
that-
got,
and
he's
that's-
got the injury bug too.
That's a
that's
big
where I
problem,
put him
man.
like Busworthy is because of his consistent injuries. Now he's always
Not
hurt.
available.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy though,
Y'all watch any hockey?
but man, I actually have not.
It's
Dude,
electric.
it's been freaking phenomenal, man. Like, these are the 2 best teams by far. They're so good.
for sure.
I mentioned it a little bit whenever we were talking about the Stars firing their coach. Those 2 teams are just buzzsaws, man. Like, unbelievably good. Everything's just so... A lot of scoring, overtime thrillers, like...
Both of them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Sixth time in history, I think. Sixth time in history that the first 2 games have gone to overtime to start the finals, and I think the first one since 2014 or 15. But just absolutely awesome games.
Game 2, 17 seconds left.
Oh wow.
Tie the game to force OT. It was crazy good.
Who tied it? The Panthers or the Oilers?
The Oilers
tied it
That's the Oilers. Oh, okay.
To force
both
overtime.
times, right? The Panthers had to lead both games.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
And now it shifts to Florida.
And yet, the second one was 2 OTs.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
two-
was late.
yeah,
It
two
was
OTs,
late,
like,
dude.
yeah.
I couldn't stay up.
No,
It was
like
late.
2 OTs is we're getting 5 periods of hockey almost.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy.
That's what's insane about hockey, dude. Like it's just so long.
It
too.
just
I love it.
goes
Like
and
I
goes.
don't want to go to like penalty shots or something. Like let's let this thing go, man.
In the regular season, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the
They
playoffs.
go
is-
straight to shootout, right?
They go 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So it's
what
like
it is,
super
yeah.
fast paced. Like it's fun to watch overtime hockey, honestly.
But like like hockey to me, as I'm slowly becoming more and more.
God, he's getting touched up.
He left that one up.
That 5-run lead's all of a sudden 3. Throw it back, my guy. Throw it back.
He hung that.
Like hockey's the sport to me that's the most like edge of your seat.
Yeah.
Like at any moment, and for 40 minutes in a row, it could feel like nothing happens, but the next second something could alter the entire game so fast. Like I guess it kind of happens in those sports, but not as much as it feels to me in hockey, as I've been watching more and more of this. Like you can watch the fans, like they are in it all the time because something can happen so fast. And obviously you see it. Like Panthers kind of feel like they've had both the first 2 games, and then you get you're 18 seconds away from tying it up, and then boom.
Yeah, because the Oilers had found a way to win the game 2, also tying it up and then winning overtime. Man, that would have been rough going back home down 2-0 like that. So,
But I feel like in hockey, like obviously being down 3-0, like the odds are never in your favor to win 4 in a row. But in hockey, I feel like it's happened more often than like in basketball or baseball.
Oh yeah.
well, until it happened, until the Red Sox did it, like there was no other sport where it happened. So.
Edmonton did it last year.
Yeah.
They were down 3-0
Yeah.
and forced Game 7. And obviously, didn't win it, but you can do it. Stros did it in 2020.
Yeah.
Lost Game 7.
Yeah, they tried.
But yeah, it's been electric. It's been very fun to watch for sure.
Yeah, I wish I watched hockey more often. I mean, I say that every time we talk about it, but it's
do.
like
I always said it was like a highlight sport for me, but like as I've been watching more as we talk about it, like I get into it.
I honestly just need to put
It's
it
not
on
really a
this.
highlight sport. Like it's like edge of your seat all the time. It's
Yeah.
very fun to watch.
Fast paced.
Yes.
Everything. Yeah.
Up and down again, like you feel like you're in a lull, but then all of a sudden, boom! Here's something that happens, and
And then on a power play, like they're just putting on the pressure the whole time. Like it's.
Oh yeah.
Again, it would be more fun. It's kind of like soccer, man. Like it would be a lot more fun if we had like a team like in Houston.
to like cheer for.
Yeah, like in soccer. Like I watch Arsenal. Like it's very, very fun to watch Arsenal. But like if I didn't have a team to follow, I wouldn't be as into it. Like if there was a team to follow, like yeah, it would be.
Yeah, and just start getting into it.
Yeah, you'd get into it a
Keep
lot
up,
more.
yeah, for sure.
Hopefully they bring one to Houston.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
maybe someday.
Yeah. You want to hit basketball,
Well,
Will?
to say on the other side of the playoffs, we got.
We missed it last week. Our in-depth coverage last week was.
Did you watch last week?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
did. I
did.
did watch last
we
week.
started talking, then we started going to NIL or something.
Y'all asked, talk about NBA, and then y'all went off on a tangent of something else, and then one of y'all was like, and that's our NBA coverage. Didn't cover nothing. Unbelievable game 1. I know I talked to Lucas. He said he didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
Halliburton. I watched like highlights from it.
I know I texted you all. I was like, how do they keep doing it? They were down 15. That they ended up getting smoked tonight, so it's 1-1. But they were down 15 in the fourth quarter. I think the stat was first team to ever come back down 9+ under 3 minutes in a finals game.
Golly.
And Halliburton again. Halliburton gets all the credit, I guess, because he's hitting the main shots. Like there was on that last possession, there was no doubt Halliburton was taking the shot.
It was an unbelievable shot still, too.
And he hits it. But, again, like we talked about Neesmith that time when he went and Fuego hits the 5 threes. Turner hits a few threes. Nimhard hit a 3. Siakam gets a big rebound and a putback. And one of the Turner threes he banks in, which I think that shouldn't count. If you bank in a 3, that's not a last-second shot. You should lose points because you weren't trying to do that. But hits all that stuff, and then OKC led. There's a basketball game. There's 48 minutes. OKC led for 47 minutes, 59 seconds, 59.7 seconds. The Pacers led for 0.3 seconds. The last
0.3 seconds.
The last bit of the game, man. Unbelievable comeback. They keep doing it. Rick Carlisle has those guys just really believing. And, like, yeah, they kind of laid an egg tonight, but, like, you go steal a game on the road, you get back to Indiana,
I'm feeling good.
I think this has the makings now. It could be unless OKC just, like, got punched in the face and they're just going to be this juggernaut they've been all year. But the Pacers just find a way to – they play good defense. They have 8-9 options that they can roll off the bench. Even, like, guys that come in and give 10 minutes, like, they score 5 or 6 points. Like everybody contributes. And they're basically kind of constructed the same way, except OKC relies a little bit more on Shea. Like, Shea's going to take 25 shots. Or, like, if Halliburton, you look up in the third quarter, Halliburton's taking 9 shots, you're like, oh, God, the Pacers are going to lose. He's not scoring. They don't. Like, they have that many options. So, it's really fun basketball to watch. I know you guys aren't quite as into it, and obviously the Rockets aren't there, but I'm still very much into this finals.
So, like, one thing I was thinking, man, is, like, is Rick Carlisle, like, one of, like, the most underrated coaches?
Absolutely.
Like, all time? Like,
Carlisle was, even whenever he was with Dallas and, like, Dallas let him go, I would say, especially now that Pop's out, Rick's probably the most respected coach in the NBA.
yeah.
Like, as far as, like, by players and peers. Like, his Pop was always respected by other players. Like, if I could go play for a coach, it'd be Pop. Now that Pop's officially out, I would put Carlisle as probably that guy now. Like, other players would, if they had to go find another coach to go play for, it would be Rick Carlisle.
Yeah.
He just finds a way to bring out the best of his guys. Again, this Pacers team, like, if I was to hand you both a roster sheet, you'd be like, well, who is this? Like, what is this? But he finds a way to just mesh that together. Again, you're down 15 on the road in game 1, and it's just he finds a way to make these guys believe all the time. This is the third time, I don't know. They've come back so many times in this playoffs. It's not just it's not a one-off. Like, this is not, like, this is what they do. They never believe they're out of a game. Halliburton, by the way, in one playoff season has asserted himself as one of the most clutch late game shooters possibly of all time.
Really?
He's hit everything. He hasn't missed. He hit the one. I mean, obviously game 1 against the Knicks. He hit the game 1 now in the finals. They had a comeback win against the Cavs. He hit a shot. Like, he's in one playoff season has asserted himself as just very, very clutch.
So it was Brunson. Now that he's gone, now
well, Brunson's still Mr. Clutch, but I'm talking about, like, playoff history. He has an entire YouTube clip of a career in one season of playoffs.
Wow,
so.
It's kind of crazy.
But yeah,
I think this is good for the NBA, honestly, too. Like, that neither one of these teams just has a true superstar built team. Like, it finally, like, you can tell, like, the NBA's finally leveled itself back out to where it's not the super teams of, you know, the Miamis or the Celtics or, you know, whatever it was. Now it is a balance of, you know, it's not 3 superstars leading the team and building around them. Now it's, you build the entire core up, and then it boosts the entire roster. So
I agree with that, but I think the NBA itself hates it.
Oh yeah,
the NBA as the association hates it because, like, we don't have we have to have a LeBron or a Steph or somebody that has to carry a team to a final, and, like, no, like, this is like high school basketball at the NBA level. Like, you build a core team that works together. Nobody's better than the other. Like, it's a
there's not a villainous team this year.
Correct. Like, it's the way basketball is meant to be played, and instead of being like, hey, this is how everybody should emulate basketball. This is constructed top to bottom so well. They're like, oh, we hate this product. Give us a superstar to carry a team like LeBron did for 8 years. LeBron drugged some Cavs teams that had no business being anywhere near a finals.
The first time they went to the finals was
Varejao was like the best player.
The 08 team, he drugged against the Spurs. Yeah, they got swept. had no business sniffing the playoffs, and he drug them. But that's what the NBA wants. Instead of the basketball product is so good. It's the way the game is meant to be played, and they still hate it. I think it was my first hike, the NBA. They can just take a hike. Because they're still somehow mad.
Circling back.
Yeah, I'll circle back. They're still somehow mad that we have great basketball being played. But small market teams, even your MVPs in the finals, and you're still somehow mad about it.
Yeah.
So.
Because they're in OKC.
They're in OKC. It's not a California team. It's not the Knicks. It's not the Celtics. It's not Miami. But, yeah.
Oh, well.
That's NBA.
They're
I
not
saw
getting
that,
my ratings.
Huh?
They're not getting my ratings.
I saw that Dan Hurley from UConn, he came out and said, I'm not taking the Knicks job, and he hadn't even been offered it yet.
Oh, yeah. I said that's NBA, and I heard they tried to get Jay Wright to come back, the Villanova coach, because half their team's from Villanova.
Who are they going to hire, for real?
There's
Jason Kidd's the top of the list?
There's two names now. I said there was one name. It's now two because Jason Kidd's there. It's got to be Michael Malone, or maybe Jenkins from the Grizzlies. But if you're firing that guy after this success, you have to go with a coach that's proven he can win a championship. And Michael Malone's the only guy that's done that.
Probably hired Doc Rivers.
It would be very, very funny. I would love that they somehow...
I will just say that I fully believe that Doc Rivers is the most overrated head coach ever.
He's won one finals?
Yes,
with the
super
Celtics,
team.
with the super team of... the original super team.
He was there the entire process with the Sixers. You just...
Had a Clippers team that was loaded.
Yeah.
Couldn't ever get over the hump.
I've never had respect for Doc Rivers. And
I
what
agree.
he's done.
I agree with that take as well.
But he always finds a job. That was the Bucks fix.
He was an analyst.
He was an analyst.
Mid-season.
They get rid of their head coach because they were struggling, and Giannis didn't like him.
Something Griffin.
Whoever it was, yeah. And then they hired Doc Rivers. It just absolutely blows my mind.
Wouldn't surprise me if the Knicks did that. But no, it's got to be Michael Malone. They cannot fire Tibbs and then go hire somebody's assistant that's the next up and comer. No, you have to hire an established name.
Becky Hammond.
Maybe. Not New York.
No.
New York would not be the first one to hire a woman to be a head coach. That probably would not go over too well.
That was a strike.
Yeah, but walks, man.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Walks kill.
Walks kill. College baseball?
I was going to say, speaking of college baseball, dude, it's been a good weekend.
Oh, dude. Shout out Coastal.
Coastal Carolina, yep.
On another magical run, in 16.
Dude, they played well in that series, too.
Yeah.
They just
looked like the better team.
They just play clean baseball.
Auburn didn't lose a series at home all year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They got swept.
Well, they lost 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Lost the first 2.
First 2, I mean, that's...
Yeah, but crazy run for them, and they're going to be facing Arizona, who took out North Carolina today.
Dude, that was a huge surprise.
Especially after Game 1.
Yeah, North Carolina wins for Game 1 18-2.
Yeah.
And then lose the next 2 games.
At home.
And oh, come on, man. What are we doing?
Playing with your food.
And Arizona, the Arizona Coastal matchup, that's Game 1 for them in Omaha. That was Coastal's first matchup whenever they won the World Series in 16.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Deja vu.
Big 12, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
perennial powerhouse Big 12 Arizona.
The old Pac-12 might be very well represented.
UCLA,
Arizona,
Oregon
State's killing
Florida State
right now.
At West Coast baseball.
The Pac-12 still gonna get a team in.
They are.
Yeah, that's right.
One out of 2.
1 to 2.
And
half the league's in.
It's a good representation.
And
better than the SEC.
The greatest conference of all time is Hopefully getting 2 in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hopefully getting 2 in, but
That's just unbelievable, dude.
the choke
13
job.
teams coming into the regional. Only 4 get out, and now only 2 of them will get
Maybe.
into them.
We have any, I mean.
yeah, the other one's not locked up.
Well, yeah. Hopefully 2 get into the College World Series.
West Virginia's
but
trying to force a game 3.
Big 12, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like for Arkansas is the only.
Arkansas looked good.
Depending on what
Arkansas
LSU
looked
does,
really
like
good.
Arkansas is number 3, but if LSU somehow chokes this thing away tonight and tomorrow, like they're the only
Top 1 team, yeah.
top 10 seed. Well, I guess Oregon State, Florida State's a top 10 seed.
Oregon State's 8. Yeah,
But like all the top seeds have just faltered.
got him.
Ooh,
Oh.
I would review that.
It looks safe. You got inside.
Yeah, I think he got him on the leg before he touched the base.
I thought he was out, but yeah, all the top seeds here. I mean, Coastal getting in as a 14, 13.
13, yeah, because Auburn was 4.
UCLA's a 15, and then
15.
Louisville was
Louisville wasn't
Louisville
ranked.
wasn't. Arizona wasn't.
and then the Duke Murray State, whoever they're
Murray
not
State's
ranked.
not.
No, Duke isn't either. So like,
neither. Yeah,
neither
Duke
one of those
or-
are ranked.
Yeah, so
It's gonna be a
You got him.
series that we
that's close.
a World Series we did not expect. I would say
It's gonna
coming
be
into
the
the
best angle.
regional. He's
Base.
he's safe.
Got him.
Yeah, he's safe.
Dang, that was close.
Get the
though.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Or-
would you not?
Or don't pick him off and roll a double play.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah, he's safe.
Dang.
Good call by the ump there. Umps never get the credit when they get it right. Good call.
But yeah.
Murray State winning 19-9 though is crazy today.
Duke's
Like,
never been to a College World Series either.
Really.
Either team. This would be their
Has
first
Arizona ever?
one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
they're
Arizona
usually good.
played Coastal
Yeah.
Carolina.
Jay Johnson was there whenever
Really? Okay.
LSU.
Oh, that's right. You said they
LSU
just
said-
played not that
Yeah.
long ago. So
LSU, they were there, I think, in 2020, 2019.
Louisville's usually
Louisville
solid,
had a
right?
run there for a while in the early 2010s.
yeah.
They were really
Very
good.
good. Very good.
Very good baseball team. So they're back.
I think it's crazy about Miami though. Like the way they ended their season and sneaking into a regional,
Yeah.
and then being 1 game away from going to the College World Series. That's
One
kinda
run,
crazy.
wasn't it? Like
It was 3-2.
3-2. Yeah, like, it was good baseball again.
Oh yeah, it was some good baseball being played for sure. I hope Murray State gets in. I
That'd be
was telling Will on the way here too, like Little Rock, man. Like if they weren't playing LSU, like I would be rooting for that team so hard. I'm sure the whole United States wanted them. I mean,
Having a
obviously.
losing record and
Dude,
making it to the World Series.
Crazy. And LSU was down 5-1 in that game too on Monday. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
LSU had to come back. Like they were playing out of their minds.
Oh yeah, we were watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's tough. But
Yeah, it's very, very crazy. But yeah, hopefully Omaha is kind of similar to kind of what we've been having.
It's been great. Even the regionals were good too.
Yeah,
A lot of games going to Game 7.
yeah,
I know y'all both touched on it a lot last week, but it's just been good college baseball. And again, not what the status quo hasn't been going on at all.
for sure.
Like what we thought was going to be the end result.
Like nobody, like the Omaha 8 that are going to go. Nobody had a perfect Omaha 8 at the beginning of the season.
No,
definitely
no.
not.
Like,
Not
not
at
even
all.
close.
Not even close.
Like most people didn't even have Coastal winning the Sun Belt.
yeah, because they thought Troy was gonna run
Troy
away
was
with
supposed
it.
to be the team, you know. But it is cool to see a Sun Belt team into the
Yeah, that'd be
College
cool to
World
see him
Series.
make a run again too, just to
Yeah.
make a push.
As long as it's not against LSU if they make it.
Yeah, true.
It's just cool to see the parity. Like, I mean, I know with NIL and everything, there's more parity across all sports, but for the SEC supposed to be so dominant, like you said, Brian, you got 13 teams in, and then 8 get top 16 seeds?
Yeah, half the
Yeah, there
field.
were
Yeah, half the
yeah.
field was SECs, and then now all of a sudden we're at the end, and people were thinking there was a chance that 5, 6 of the of the teams going to Omaha could be SECs,
Yeah.
and we're 2 is the max we can get. So it's great to see the parity. You know, the ACC's getting some in. I can't believe I'm saying the Big Ten with UCLA is getting a team in, but you know, just across the board though, it's good to see that everybody's got a seat at the table.
That's still so hard to comprehend.
Yeah,
UCLA and the Big Ten.
UCLA,
it doesn't compute in my head.
Yeah.
Again, we should be saying the Pac-12's getting in possibly 3 teams, but instead they're getting in 1.
So stupid. But yeah.
Yeah, baseball as well. Virginia's coach leaves.
Yeah, yeah. Goes to Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
That hits harder to me. We always have to find a way to bring up A&M on this podcast. I'll do it. We can't hire anybody last year, and a year later, he's available.
He wasn't available. They freaking. I think he's making like $9 million a year or something. Maybe not 9. It's something super high.
That A&M doesn't have pockets for.
Oh, A&M definitely has pockets
Exactly.
for it. He's available. Like anybody's available for a price.
I understand that, but like his moves to Mississippi. I mean, I know Mississippi State's a good baseball program,
Yeah.
but he's been at Virginia forever. And
Yeah.
I know they had a bad year, but do you think he really got ran out of town?
But I feel like A&M, like Virginia to A&M's a lateral move.
Virginia to Mississippi State's not.
No. Mississippi State like is one of the perennial like in the 80s, 90s, and like 2000s. Mississippi State is like.
I agree with that, but we're not talking about apples to apples anymore. When we're talking, we have NIL and money.
For sure.
A&M's got the money to build whatever they want
Mississippi State puts money into baseball.
because that's all they have.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's
Like
the thing.
their
That's fair.
stadium, Duty Noble's
That's fair.
It's like
This
they renovated that stadium. It looks phenomenal.
this is me being selfish. I'm not. Gonna
Yeah,
lie.
no,
this,
for
this
sure.
is me being selfish. Like,
for sure.
are we talking about a guy that's won a national title, has
That's
led
fair.
Virginia to the highest of highs, and last year we couldn't get any big guy to come be our head coach, and a year later, guys like this are just moving.
No, see, and that's where I think like A&M could have. A&M didn't
They were scared of
want to-
losing the team.
That's exactly right. They didn't want to
And instead
disband.
of losing, they were scared to lose the current team, and they just mortgaged the future instead.
Yes.
But do you think that that's the majority of why they kept early?
That's the only reason they brought in
For
early.
sure.
The only reason, because they were going after every other big name, mid-major big. I mean, I think he was on the list last year.
The Virginia guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it, Brian?
Brian
O'Connor.
Yeah, he was on the list of guys that A&M was going to target,
Yeah.
and everybody was in the transfer portal. We were going to lose the entire team that just was a game away from winning the national championship. So let's bring back the guy that they all like. We've talked about it a lot. We saw how that turned out. I mean,
Yeah, that's the only reason.
the only there's zero,
And
so-
that's warranted. Just run it back. You made it to a World Series. Like,
and this
the
is
final
This
series.
is the result we got, though.
yeah, no, it didn't pan out, obviously.
Yeah, at all.
But you would think with talent like that, like,
I guess he also. I mean, I'm not saying he wore his welcome in Virginia. He won a World Series, but
Mhm.
they were all the talk we get warranted. A&M preseason number 1 doesn't make the tournament. Virginia was preseason number 2,
no, it's a base hit.
and they didn't make it either. So
This year?
yeah,
Wow.
first time in history, preseason number 1 and 2 neither one to make the NCAA tournament.
Wow.
I guess it depends on what poll you're looking at, because I saw a bunch with LSU at 2 too.
Okay, I guess it's the one that
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
They have like 3 or 4 polls.
I was like, baseball's a lot.
Yeah. This is getting sweaty.
Yeah, 6-4 now
Yeah.
after being 6-0.
Yep. I think we should end it so we can
So,
get all the bad vibes.
Well, the
gone.
last thing we're going to
Lucas
cover
isn't-
is
Lucas
that
isn't losing.
speaking about all the NIL, is that
Oh, yeah.
the judge officially passed where
Huge.
colleges can officially pay their players $2.88 billion settlement. So
what was
It's
the amount
official.
that each was?
They're expecting
20
like
something
20.2 million
Million,
or
right?
something
Yeah.
to divvy out across all sports.
20 point, okay.
Across all sports.
That's my. I'm pretty sure
Wow.
that's my.
I'm sure you're right. Like, but
But that's guaranteed. That doesn't include like NIL like opportunities like
Well,
sponsorship.
that's just
on
directly.
top of
That's
that.
just
It's
directly
directly
from the
from
school.
the
I was gonna say
Yeah.
football's gonna eat up 20.1 of that.
No, I think with Title IX and stuff, they have to kind of
Yeah.
distribute it.
So the school money has to be
Oh,
distributed,
right.
but NIL can still come in
Of course.
and do.
But with NIL now, like it's
the revenue sharing.
it's like rev share. So like, not just the 20.2 million is the rev share thing.
Okay.
But with NIL, God, it's one of the big four like accounting firms. Like it's not Ernst and Young, it's not Deloitte. It's one of them. They have there's one of the CPA firms are gonna audit every single NIL deal that's over $600.
That's right. We've talked about this.
And so they're gonna see what is it like market value is on the deal, right? So you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna go shoot a car commercial at a used car dealership in Baton Rouge, and they're gonna pay me $1.2 million for this one photo shoot. Like that's where things got like kind of hairy. And so that anything over $600 has to go through the firm, and they'll audit it and say this is what the actual value of this.
But that's
deal
like
is.
for that, like Miami giving Carson Beck $4 million. That can't happen anymore.
Not
Come play. You
no.
can't just
Mm-mm.
here's
The
a check
That's why a lot of the collectives dumped all that cash.
now.
Yes, because they have these huge bankrolls sitting in a bank account, and they have to dump the money because they don't know what's going to happen next year. They don't know if it's just going to be sitting in there for nothing.
So like Texas Tech signing that pitcher to play again next year, they had to get that done before
Yes.
this ruling came out.
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because if they don't, then that money's just sitting in there now, and I guess they could be like, oh, we're going to build a brand new facility or something with it, but.
Oh no, we have all these
Yeah.
millions of dollars
Yeah,
left
what do we
over.
do?
That's
How
why.
can we ever spend this money?
And I think that's, again, I'm not saying it's a good thing or making an excuse for it, but like I think that's why Nico left Tennessee, because he saw this as an opportunity to say, hey, all these teams are dumping all this cash. He's gonna fucking miss it. All these teams are now dumping all this cash. I'm gonna get mine while I can, and then next year it's gonna be a lot less.
Even less than what he already got.
Well, yeah. He obviously made a bad business decision.
Yeah,
It backfired on him. But I mean, that's why Carson Beck got $4 million. That's why all these people were getting these crazy deals.
There was rumors of you was getting $8 million or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
And so, yeah, that's why.
be interesting to see how that all plays out.
I agree.
I know, like we talked about last week, there will still be a lot of lawsuits that come out of all this.
Hey,
and,
it's not
you know,
over. There's always
Yeah,
lawsuits,
it's like-
and the NCAA hasn't won many of them.
No,
Like,
I don't know if they've won any.
That's what I mean. if it goes to another lawsuit, like they're not winning
Yeah,
because they haven't won any.
They're losing the one against former athletes.
I mean,
2.8 billion.
oh really?
Yeah, from 2016 to before NIL started, I missed the petition. I would have signed it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
get my cut. But yeah, everybody was suing for
A
not
base hit
getting.
here would be destructive.
Oh
that's a
no, a little. Oh right.
I thought that was getting over his
I
head.
I
thought
did
it
too.
was
I thought it was gonna be
blue
just a little floater, one of those little flukes.
Yep. Limited
Snuck
the
it
damage.
out.
That's what we want.
all
4
you
runs
need.
on 5 hits, 6 runs on 7 hits. There's a lot of walks in this game. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see kind of what happens. And the NCAA could take a hike too. Now that we're at the end, but like to not have the foresight to see, like, to allow the Wild West to happen for the last 3-4 years, it's crazy. Like once all those lawsuits and settlements and everything started like going on the table, like you gotta have something ready to go.
yeah.
That's
Everything with them's been reactionary, and it's not been going well
No.
for them.
It's because it doesn't matter.
which is why with all these Big Ten and SEC commissioners coming out, like the Big Ten and the SEC are gonna break off. They're gonna start their own thing, I think.
unless
2028.
unless they get what they want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But they
see,
won't.
I mean they hold all the power.
They make all the money.
Yeah, absolutely. So the other conference is gonna be begging them to include them.
I think for the spirit of the game, they have to include them. Because if not, then you essentially just play Big Ten, SEC back and forth.
2 conferences, yeah, but I mean,
But I'm saying like if you really want the game to stay in a good position, the Big Ten and SEC can't totally choke out the Big 12 and the ACC.
sure they can.
Money wise,
They
they can,
could,
but like
yeah.
for the integrity of the game, like
I mean, I could see a scenario too where all 4 of them go.
Yeah.
Like the Big 12, ACC join them, and then they all just create their super conferences or whatever they do out of that.
Yeah.
And then it turns into like the big one, and then all the mid majors are stuck still within the NCAA or whatever. I don't know.
We'll see.
It's gonna play itself out eventually. Was it
Few
2028?
I think so.
That's when the media deal runs out, and then that's when everything goes crazy. So,
And they're trying to get ahead of it.
yep. Planning now.
Yeah.
Unlike the NCAA.
Starting the inning with runners on 2nd and 3rd. This is good.
I would sign up for that.
Yeah.
Just get ghost runners.
Oh man, that's all I got.
Yep, that's it.
It was a good one. Will, any final notes?
That's all I got, man.
Take a hike, Knicks.
I don't have any more outbursts to have. Yeah, the Knicks can take a hike. Leon Rose can take a hike. James Dolan can take a hike. The whole organization take a hike. Good. I hope you enjoyed your first Eastern Conference Finals run. You will not be back anytime soon because you're a bunch of imbeciles. So
See you next week.
I'm gonna clip that. Thanks everybody for watching. You like, subscribe, sharing, all that good stuff. Keep watching, keep sharing, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.